where were you guys born and raised?
I was born and raised in Syracuse, New York. Um, and then I came to Buffalo when I was like 15. So I like to say upstate New York.
Okay.
And for me, I was raised in Orange, New Jersey. Uh, well, born in Orange, New Jersey, raised in Virginia Beach, and would travel back and forth frequently.
Right. At what point would you guys say that you started taking your craft seriously? Sounds like, you were influenced by the late 90s, mid 90s. So at what point did you guys delve in and start taking your craft seriously?
For me, I want to say I feel like 12, 13. That's the first time I went to a real studio. Back then it was like I thought I was recording a demo, right? You know what I'm saying? And so I would say that was the moment when I really, invested some money to do it.
Mm. How about
So for me, I did grow up. I was playing instruments, and fast forward to maybe 20 around 2018, after I graduated high school, I'd decided to start beat making and music production. And I remember I had got my first piece of equipment, which was the machine software, and I got it. I didn't have no money. I was working this part time job. I think moving boxes or something like that. Saved up all I had to get it, and that was like the thing that changed my life right there. One
right?
of the best decisions I made.
Can you guys talk about some of your earlier projects before linking up?
Um, I would say in 2018 I dropped artwork, which was like a follow up to a mixtape that I released a few years earlier, which was called Art Project. And then in that project, artwork had no features. It would have producers such as Kill, um, Frank Sounds, V Don, and A-Rap Music. And then I followed that up with Everybody Eats. And that featured Rome Streets, Rim, Conway the Machine, Prophet, Adonis. I hope I didn't leave nobody out, but it had a nice, feature list on there. And the production was by Really Him, Graphwise, Choop, the producer. And that's probably like one of my go-to projects that a lot of people love. And then I followed that up with Really Him, fully produced by Really Him, the producer. And that was about, I think, 5, 6 songs. And that only featured Shahef.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh. How about you, Sai? What are some of your earlier projects and some of your placements?
Um, so in terms of projects, not too many. I did do one self-produced whole project in which I just acquired different artists up there. Um, Underground people. The project was called Stolen Goods, and it actually features BA. We got Graf the rapper up there, um, Danielson, Riggs, um, oh Crime Apple, my boy Don Smith, and others that I can't really remember right now. But other placements that I've had so far, people with Griselda, TDE, Bleacher Report, ESPN, uh, DJ Academics, Joe Budden, and stuff like that. There's
Wow.
a couple others, but
Right. For you, BA Bad, what albums have you been featured on by other artists, and who are some of the other artists you've worked with?
Albums I featured on. Um, well, Sypooda's album, Stolen Goods. Another song I got with Graph. Um, I was on Really Him's project. Damn, the name of it is kind of losing my mind, but Parallax View. Parallax View, I got a song on there with Bodie James, Amanda Seales. Um, I was on a few projects. A lot of them not coming to mind because I haven't been on a lot of projects per se. And um, recently, I like in the last few years, I kind of took a little hiatus from rap. So, but to name a few, those projects for sure.
So how did you two end up linking up?
So I found him on when his project Everybody Eats came out, and I just really liked his presentation. I liked the sound. To me, it didn't sound like everybody else during that time who was heavy on the, you know, that prototype stereotypical underground Griselda vibe. And I thought he brought something different. And I mean, I said I got to meet this guy, and I'm big on just people being genuine and not dicks. And when I reached out to him, he didn't give me that vibe at all. And one day, I just pretty recently, well, after we had met, I had decided to just go fly out and go cook up with him, see him in person. I'm just, that type of guy. I like to be face to face and really see who you are. And ever since we've been locked in, man, this is my guy.
Right. So when you guys link up, or whether it's via email or phone, what's your guys' creative process? What's your discussions like, and the concepts? How do you guys come up with that?
We really well, our conversations be bigger than rap. Like we talk about life. We talk about what we going through, where we at in life, if we're trying to achieve something, whether it be school or fitness. We're big on fight. We're big on like boxing and UFC.
Yeah.
That all the time. You always talk about fighters and stuff like that. So I mentioned that to say, in order for our creative process to start going, it's very like organic and natural. And I mean, we don't really. It's not always business. We don't really get straight to business, and then from there, we discuss. We talk hip hop. We talk what's going on, and then it just. I mean, that's kind of like that energy kind of builds into what we end up creating.
Right. The new project is Painted in Hunger. What's the concept?
Um, well, what we wanted to do with this project was show how well-rounded we were and show his skills as a producer and my skills as an artist. If you listen to my previous projects, they've been really rooted in grimy boom bap type of style of music. When you listen to this project, it's very soulful, different subject matters. It's not just all street tales. Um, and we really want to put forth a good body of work. I wanted him to show his skills on different production that he can tap into. I wanted to show my skills on different cadences and storytelling and that I can do. And so Painting a Hunger is just us showing everybody that we're hungry and that don't put us in a box. You know what I'm saying?
So, Sai, what were you searching for sonically on this project?
Well, it's funny because this project kind of happened throughout the years, and a lot of the production and some of BA vocals is really actually is older, but more so like he said, uh, something that just shows that we're not one trick ponies. Although this is not even to me, this touches the surface on what we can do, and maybe I say that because it's older material, but even that being said, to me, it still even sounds different than what other people are doing for sure. So, uh, yeah, I think it was just that, and I think we captured the vibe of what we were going for. Another thing, I wanted to allow him to kind of tell his story, which I did. I think he did well over the instrumentals, um, and I say that because a lot of the beats, uh, maybe I had an idea for him, but with his vocals up there, it really made everything full circle. There's some tracks that I didn't like before. I didn't really like the beats before, but when he got on there, I'm like, oh shit, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it happened to me a few times with this project.
And vice versa. Like I'm a real picky beat picker. I'm very picky,
Yeah.
right? And so bro would send me a batch. He'd send me like 10. I might like one beat and be like, I don't want none of these joints. 6 months later, I'm like, bro, this joint crazy. I've been listening. He like, bro, I've been sent you that. You know what I mean? But for me, I can write on the spot. You want me to rap about something, I could do that. But organically, I gotta be in that mindset. So if you hear me and I got a record that's geared towards women, and geared towards relationship, that's because that's what I was going through. If it's about breaking up or being, some friend betraying me, that's what I'm going through. And so that's why this project took so long. And that's why I said some of these songs are old. For one, it was during the time where I was doing my hiatus from music and just wasn't really feeling a lot of this stuff. And he kind of sparked me back up. But two, I had to live life. And if you listen to the project, it's a lot of me living life. It's me talking about my daughter, me talking about family with Sunday dinner, me talking about, the race problems that we go through as being men of color, black men in America, is going through all type of different things. So that's what, bro, just, yeah, pain and the hunger.
Who are some of the features on this project?
We have my man Prophet, straight out of Buffalo, dynamic MC and songwriter. We got Bub Styles, super dope lyricist out of New York. He bring a lot of energy. We got Kaz from Dreamville. Um, Dope lyricist, you know what I'm saying? And we got that through Sypooda, him working with him directly, you know what I'm saying? And him hearing the music by accident and then just fucking with it and fucking with us. And so far on this leg, that's all. You know what I mean? But we do have some special features that's in the works. We don't really want to let the cat out the bag because that's going to go on streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to run through some of the tracks. Is there some tracks I need to leave off before I spoil what's on streaming?
Oh no, 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 no! You can let it all go through. I mean, what's on streaming? It don't have nothing to do with what's on streaming.
Okay. Let's run through some of the tracks. You guys give me a little bit of background about and what went into these tracks. 100.
Hold on a
All right.
second. Let me do this. Everybody trying to call me for some odd ass reason. I'll put my phone on D&D. All right, my bad.
You good?
I'm back.
Okay. Quite a lot.
Hello?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear nobody. Can you hear me?
Yo, you got me?
Let me back out real quick.
Can you hear me, Sai?
Yeah, I got you. My bad. Somebody called me too. Had to put it on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, it's crazy how it interrupts. Somebody called me earlier when it was on, and I was like, "Dad, why everybody want to call? Did nobody call me all day today?" But
Yeah, you're right. And not at all, man.
he said he's gonna hop back in.
All right, for sure.
Watching the game tonight.
That's this Western Conference stuff or is Eastern?
Eastern Pacers.
Oh,
And
the Knicks. Yeah, yeah. And it's crazy. I used to because I played basketball my short ass for a little bit, and I was heavy man watching it, but I fell off completely.
not
But
as
this year I picked it back up.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the problem I was an OKC fan, and you know how that turned out
Back.
before. You
Yeah.
know.
My bad, y'all. I don't know
Good.
why.
We all got calls at the same. I got
Crazy.
got a call when you got a call, so it kicks us off. Um, all right. So right now, I want to go through some of the tracks, and you guys give me some background. Your thought process going into these tracks. 100.
Oh, so 100. When I made the beat, I just wanted to make something real aggressive and and uh and hard hitting. And I remember I purposely a lot of my grimier ones I use a trap kick like for some type for trap music so that it sounds very distorted, and I combine it with the boom bap one, and then whereas purposely just sounds a little muffled, and that's what I went with this one. And yeah, I just wanted something gritty and dark. I didn't hear anybody on it when I made it, but I sent it to him, and he put it together. It's one of my favorite tracks on the project.
Dope.
Hmm.
DTA.
Yep.
One of my favorite too. You got it though, BA.
100. Super dope. For me, it gave me a platform to get creative and switch my flow up because of the BPMs was a lot faster than typical boom bap, slow, drawn out type of thing. So allowed me to rap on it with a different cadence. And so when I heard it, I just was like, okay, this is different. There was more of like a challenge to me. Um, and so, you know, I did my thing on it, and then I sent it to bro. Bro was surprised. I don't think he was expecting that when he got it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he expected me to go on it like that. And so that's kind of like the story behind that. Like,
Right. DTA.
whew,
That's definitely one of my favorites.
that beat crazy. The story behind that, I mean, I was going through some things, couple betrayal, couple friends, uh, and from there, it just spoke to me. I didn't think too much on it when I heard the beat. Just hands down was a no brainer,
Mm.
That's
and I
actually
just
one of
started
my favorite beats too that I made.
be crazy.
I was going through it with my ex fiance at the time.
Yo, that's yeah. Look, I didn't want to say it, but I was going through it a little bit with my my ex at the time too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
real,
yeah,
real right.
uh, I love that song. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of my favorite joints. It's it just feels real. It feels bright. It
Mhm.
feels. I mean, that was one that I just felt like a little creative, just the way I put things together, and I just wanted to be real. I said a line on there. It was like, oh yeah, okay, sold 100 bricks, 100,000, went to the plug. Just rap about your real life, man. Like I get tired of hearing these imaginary Marvel drug tales. You know what I'm saying? It gets redundant after a while. It's not entertaining. And
Right.
so on that joint, I just wanted to get real with it. I wanted to be authentic.
Right. 9 to 5.
Top definitely another one of my favorites. Um, Damn, I don't even know what I was thinking when I made the beat, but it was a sunny day outside. I remember, and I don't know. It just feels warm to me. That's all I got for the creation of the beat, but it's one of my favorites.
Right.
One of my favorites too. Um, I remember being in my basement, me and Prophet. We just going through beats, and I do this with everybody. We start off by just talking about life, and we get to this beat by Sypooda, and literally we end up talking for like an hour straight about everything. Like the beat just opened us up. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And we like, yo, like bro, stop. Was like, yo, I really fuck with this beat. So first, I think the first line that he came up with was the first line of the hook. And from there, we just started bouncing ideas off as we was writing the chorus. So I'm like, bro, go in there and sing this shit. And then from there, I just after that, I think we sent it to Sypooda. Like, yo, I think we called. Did we call you and do it
I think
live?
so.
Like,
Yeah. That's one I wish I was there for. That's like one of my favorite joints. And see, a guy yesterday in an interview asked us, "Do you have a classic yet?" And I told him, not anything I put out, I don't believe, but maybe stuff that I made in the studio, you
Mm.
know. But in terms of what I have out, I said I'm waiting on some of them from this project, and I think that can be one of them for sure.
So,
Like it's the perfect track to me.
yeah, I
uh,
love it.
Sunday dinner.
Hey, so that one, it's crazy. That was my least favorite track at first, and I'm talking about just because the beat. I did not like the beat, and even after BA had first put his vocals on it, it still has some growing in me to do. But he was feeling that joint, man. It's like I was like, bro, it ain't really hitting for me. But we sat with it and we put it through a couple different tweaks and changes, and it's actually crazy enough one of my favorite songs now. And I say that because it gives you a feeling. It makes me feel like I'm there in his shoes when he's telling his story, and it also gives me a nostalgic feeling. Uh, you know, when I was younger. So I think the track really does what it was meant to do. But BA, you could definitely speak on that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Well, yeah, I had that. That was a beat that he sent me like in an early batch of beats, like when we first started talking. And as we was putting this project together, we kind of got to like a standstill of like, it's missing something. So I'm like, bro, I need some more beats. So in the meantime, as I'm saying that, I'm like, let me go through all the old beats that I ignored before. And I'm just going through, I'm flipping through, and that beat comes on, and it felt warm. You know what I'm saying? It felt warm, and I'm big on feeling. Like I feel like music is to be felt. You don't have to sing in the perfect key. You don't even have to like rhyme perfectly. But if I can feel you, then you got your point across. And so I'm listening to the beat over and over again, and that's just what I felt. Like I just felt really like, and not even just that. Like I said, something was missing on the project to us, and I wanted to give a record. I wanted to give a song that talked about family.
Mm.
I think sometimes in hip hop we really get this big machismo bravado, type of thing. We want to talk about jewelry and how many girls we hit and all this other stuff. But like I said, I live real life. Like I like being with my family. I like spending time with my daughter. I like doing things like that. So why won't I rap? Why won't I give that a song? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I know there's men out there that feel just like me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So let me give them that song.
Picture perfect.
That is by man, listen, if I tell you the stories behind that song, right? Every girl I know, every woman I know love that song. If they say send me some of your music, Picture Perfect is by far the one that they're gonna be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I can't even say it on it. And I'm gonna say it. At least 3 girls think that song is about them. Oh man, I'm about to get in trouble. So, you know what I mean? And so when he sent me that beat, and I think that was when he sent me that, I think I immediately knew like what to do with that. You know what I'm saying? And I wrote that shit so effortlessly. Like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't even a thought. I wrote it so fast and it was so easy that it didn't even feel like it was me. It felt like I channeled something else
Mm.
to get that across. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, yeah, for sure. Picture Perfect.
Heart on my sleeve.
See, I love that one too. and that one definitely had to grow on me for reasons that I ain't really gonna touch on. But I made the sample of that beat, produced the composition, and we sent it to our guy, really him, who BA also has a project with. He was talking about, and yeah, he put that joint together. You know, I wouldn't have created that myself. I think collaboration is very key, um, in music in general. You know, you're limiting yourself if you just want to stay in your room and work alone.
Right.
So I was happy to have sent that out, and he did it justice for sure.
Dr. Khalid Muhammad speaks.
That I'm a huge fan of Dr. Khalid Muhammad. That's when like I call him Big Bro. You know what I mean? I used to always listen to his speeches, you know, just moving around. And so the reason why I chose that to put that on the album is because one of my objectives is to put the medicine in the candy. And so, yeah, I might have some hard records and some, you know what I mean? I may talk some street shit in my shit, but I'm always going to try to throw things in there so you can take home and let it sit with you. That the seeds will grow, you know what I mean, into something better. And on all my projects, I try to give that. So for Dr. to put Dr. Khalid Muhammad on there, and I just felt like it was the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? To give him that medicine that I felt like, you know.
Right. Born Sinner.
Born Sinner is I was inspired by something that I think it was Method Man said, or Old Dirty. He was like, it's an old video footage of them. They're being interviewed, and I think it was Method Man. He was like, my skin is my sin, right? And I was like, right, like I understood what he meant by that. And so for this, I called it Born Sinner, was because of that. I was born. This is how I was born. You know, and the Bible says we were born sinners. You know what I mean? And this, my skin is literally why people, like nothing other than my pigmentation is why some people just literally hate me.
Right.
They have no other reason. And again, on this project, it was about being well rounded. And one thing I noticed in hip hop is that it lacks that. Back in the day, I buy DMX album. DMX used to pray on his albums. You would listen to Scarface. Not only would he talk about what went on in the streets, but he would talk about the glorification, but he'll also talk about where you're going to end up. And you will have a record on there that will talk about some social justice, right? Social commentary. And so I come from that cloth, and that's what I wanted to bring on Pain and Hunger. I wanted everybody. The mission of this project was for, if you love hip hop, you love rap, when you heard this, you was going to appreciate it.
Mm. Right. Now, what can the supporters expect from this project, and when does it drop?
It's currently out right now, available only on Bandcamp, and we do have a plan to release it on streaming. And when we do, some of the tracks are going to be altered a little bit to make it more special. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the future. But as of right now, everything is on Bandcamp. Go to Bandcamp, you can get the project and rock with that until we release it on streaming. And then y'all can get the special edition.
Right. For those that's just joining this interview for Psy, what can they expect from this project?
I say expect someone telling their uh, story in a way that's digestible. Um, you know, with beats that give you a feeling of something that you felt you need to hear, a nostalgic vibe, you know, and just something a little bit more refreshing than just that's what's out now. You got elements of things that were out, but I think we tell the story in a more unique way, from the beats to the lyrics.
Right. Do you guys plan to tour off this project?
That would be awesome. But I don't
We
know.
dope. We that's not something we spoke about. I just right now I'm on tour with Jay Skis and the Level Up tour, and this is the music that I'm on the road with. You know what I mean? So but no, we haven't talked about doing the tours off of this project.
Right. Once this project does its thing, what can we expect from you guys together and individually?
You can expect you. I mean, this is my little bro, man. So 9 times out of 10, even if you don't hear him on the project, his input is involved. Like I done sent him songs, asked him what he thinks, what should I do, because I respect his ear of music. You know what I mean? And so you're definitely gonna hear another project from us, more projects, more songs. You know what I mean? Collaborating. Um, Solely, I have another project coming out again this year. That's probably gonna drop around after I get off tour around maybe like August, September ish. Um, and yeah. What about you, Sai?
Yeah, I gotta say, I definitely hear most of BA stuff, and he got some shit for y'all that's coming too, and I can't wait for y'all to hear that as well. Um, but for me, uh, to be honest, I'm kind of quite tired of hip hop. I want to work with the people that I work with, such as BA and others. But I will be doing a lot of alternative stuff and playing my instruments with guitar, indie, R&B. Um, I'll be doing more stuff in the commercial lanes and things like that, advertisements, stuff like that I've done before, and just branching off. I want to do more than just hip hop. I've always said that, and that's the direction I'm going.
Very dope. Like we said, The Painted Hunger is out now on Bandcamp. Where can we keep up with you guys at on social media?
Um, BABADD_EBE. That's BA bad underscore EBE. And that's on every social media. That's on TikTok. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Black Planet. I'm BLK. That's where I'm at. You feel me?
Right.
And same with me, Sypooda on everything. SypoodaBeats.com if you want to get some of the hip hop instrumentals I have out now. And the best way to reach me is SypoodaBeats@gmail.com. My DM is quite flooded. It's kind of hard to get in touch with me there. So please email me uh, for serious inquiries.
Very dope. Big shout out to Jerry Graham for linking this evening. Before we get out of here, any last for your supporters?
Last words. Pray. I'm big on prayer. Stay positive. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds cliche, but I can tell you through my own personal life, it's going to get greater later. And if you focus and you stay positive and you pray and you keep stepping towards your goals and whatever you're trying to do, it's the sun going to come out and you can enjoy that. Shout out to Puzzle. You know what I'm saying he's the missing piece to a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He helped us with this project as well, giving his input on
Might have froze up. Any last words, Si?
For me, pretty much, reiterating what he said, and for sure, just please tap into the project. With this first version that's out now, I feel like it is the next big thing that's out until what we got in the future, man. So, and thank you for giving us this platform, brother.
Absolutely. Much respect and success in the near future. The Painted Hunger out now. That is Psy. BA Bad. Be sure to check out for their future endeavors and everything according to them coming out in the near future. Once again, this is Now Hear This. I'm the journalist Sin-seer, and we're out of here. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Blessings.
No doubt. I'll be able to tag you once I edit it and throw this out.